The Diablo blades made quick work of that. I've got some really nice Diablos I'll show you guys that I use, but we've got plenty of clearance now. Clearance. All right, so we're getting our clearance up here into this space that we modified. So, but I think it's tucking up really well into this space between the body and the frame rails and everything. But we've got the tranny cross member in the way here, obviously. So I've got two things. Am I going to lengthen this section? You know, add a bit there so I can drop it down. We'll see if I can one-hand this and show you. So we get up there where we need to be, but we're gonna hit here. So do I want it super tucked? I think I do. I think I want it tucked up in here. So we're gonna at least give it a shot. I'm gonna cut it and see where we go from there. I'll cut it and we might do some shenanigans to clear this. You know, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm cutting up front and dropping it because I'm gonna have to get below that cross member anyways. So I might as well do it over there instead of doing some shenanigans to go under, because I'm still gonna have that lower clearance, right? So here's a cool trick I use to cut a clean circumference, well, a clean cut on the circumference of pipe. You know, when you're welding something up, if you've got a crooked cut, it's gonna start walking your flange around the you know, the way that radius is. It creates an angle, so this thing starts pivoting around the angle. So in this situation, we want to retain this form in all the dimensions here. So a straight cut is really critical here. So you can see this radius is, God, it's a really good mandrel bend, especially on this 4-inch pipe. There's no crimps. There's barely any tooling marks. And so we really don't start getting like a straight piece until this first few inches here. So we're going to do this. I'm going to retain the bend here. I've got some straight 4-inch, and this is the place where we'll add our length to. So we're going to cut here. What's great about using this stainless clamp on this is the stainless is a lot harder than the mild steel pipe here. So you can run the blade against this as you're cutting, like a guide, and it really helps you. So you see how well that works? Just as planned. I just ran it down, started right there. You see the little, you'll get a little gap between this area because this bulges out a little bit, but generally speaking, it follows the path really well. Just have to grind that little burr off. This will allow us the nice flat prep surface for our extension. All right, we've got a section of pipe we're going to extend this with. Not a bad fitment for just freehanding with a reciprocating saw. You know, you're going to have little things like this to fill, but that's not too bad. So this video is getting a little long for the YouTube upload. Anything long of this takes forever. So I'm going to make another video. I'm going to finish this up and just get it in there and show you guys what I did. But see you next video.